More than half of Fortune 500 abandoned HRC LGBTQ survey. More than half of Fortune 500 companies dropped out of a major LGBTQ plus workplace survey this year, even as many maintained or expanded inclusive policies. The Human Rights Campaign's annual Corporate Equality Index, or CEI, elevates non-discrimination policies, equitable benefits, inclusive workplace culture, and corporate social responsibility. In its 2026 report, HRC recorded a 65% drop in Fortune 500 participation from 377 companies to just 131. HRC noted that many companies exiting the survey hold federal contracts. However, the silver lining is that despite the decline in reporting, HRC's year-over-year analysis found that implementation of CEI measures was sustained or increased, with no declines across any criteria. Several large companies, including Tractor Supply, Ford, Lowe's, and Walmart, publicly walked back DEI efforts during the 2024 presidential campaign and early in the president's second term, and did not participate in the latest index. HRC emphasized that not reporting does not necessarily mean initiatives have stopped. Overall, 1,450 companies participated in the 2026 CEI. Of those, 534 earned a perfect score of 100, representing nearly 6 million U.S. employees. HRC research shows companies with transparent, queer, inclusive policies average net incomes more than 8 times higher than their peers. Well, it's always nice to see the LGBTQ world, when they constantly are looking for support from corporations, fall flat on their face, as HRC did once again. HRC's staff has heard my rantings on this more than once. That one, their scorecard doesn't in any way take place workers' perspectives or union or labor perspective. That's a huge problem with these things. But also just I want to remind everybody, HRC is trying to walk this back, they have federal contracts. If you're a little firm with 2 or 3 contracts and the government is one of them, okay, I can understand where you come from. We're talking about the Fortune 500. These are not itty-bitty companies. Some of the Fortune 500 include things like OpenAI and the big chip company, NVIDIA, and all those big super companies. This is absolutely appalling, and I would like to remind people that for a Fortune 5 company to say, oh, well, our federal contracts mean more than the LGBTQ community, think about how little we matter. And think about how the Human Rights Campaign, also known as the Champagne Society, as far as I'm concerned, how much they think we should grovel for them to just answer a survey that doesn't even include worker perspectives.